Good morning, everybody. Give me just 1 second to share this. Since I got the video going, I just want to get it shared in the group. Y'all doing all right? Is everything going just peachy? I had to get all my stuff together and get the heat going out here. It's so cold. If you're not familiar, I have a little she shed that I work out of. So it's not, tied in with the heating unit for the house. So I have a separate little heater out here that I have to use. So I got to come out here and get it warmed up. Okay. Let me do this. And okay. I think I'm good. Who's with us? Hello, Mother. I know I haven't been able to come out here much because it's been so cold and we've been busy and all the things. So I haven't been out here doing a whole lot. That's why I haven't had done many videos lately. Just trying to get everything going and get back on track and doing all the fun things. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to get on. Hi, Beva. How are you? I've got a few people joining in. That's good. I'm glad I haven't lost all of y'all. And all this time that I've been not doing videos. It's fun to be back, but I'm a little nervous, so I'm sure I'll mess something up today. Just be prepared for that. We're going to be making some of these cute little mini coloring pages. The little Valentine's is what I've got going right now, so that's what we're going to be working on. Oops. I've got the cupcake and the Your Sweet. I know it's reversed. Oh yeah, I can fix that. Hold on. I forgot that I can reverse. There we go. Are we right side up now? There we go. All right. Okay, so we're going to be working on these little mini coloring pages. They are used, you color on them with dry erase markers, just like this. It is really hard to color when you can't see. So you just color on them just like that, and then they just wipe away with a tissue, dry cloth, anything. It just wipes clean. And of course, I just use my finger, but same thing, right? So they're super cute, and everybody's loving those. I've got little books, little coloring books. I know y'all have seen those that I've been making and taking to the store where I have my products for sale. And they're going out just as quick as I can get them made. So that's good. That's good. They're, you know, everybody's liking them. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and make up a bunch of these little coloring Valentines and package them up with a marker and take those up there too and see how they do just for, you know, these next couple weeks before Valentine's Day. It might be just a fun little thing. They like the little stuff too, so that's good. But I've got several different of the Valentine ones, the little minis. They're Valentine's based right now. There are going to be other ones coming that are not just Valentine's, just little mini coloring pages for classroom gifts or just a little something, you know, because they're just small. They're just little. So I will be doing some other ones of those, probably centered around the different holidays for the minis, because my thought is for classroom type things. So, you know, Valentine's parties, you know, St. Patrick's Day, just a little fun something to take, or Easter, or, you know, things like that. So that's where those are going to come in at. You can find all of these designs, the coloring books, the coloring pages, the mini coloring pages, all at embroideryplayground.me. I have it linked in this video for the collections. That'll link you to the entire Coloring Fun collection, so you can see all of the coloring items that we have available right now. There are books, and then there's add-on pages to go with those books as well. There's also some little coloring felties. They're just little flats, and they come with a storage bag and everything. So they're super cute. We've got lots of different things. So if y'all want to, jump over there and check it out. It's embroideryplayground.me. And if you are a member of our fan group, then you will have access to a special members only code. But you have to be a member of the group to find that code. So join the group. That's all I can say. The coloring books, Loretta, I sell my coloring books for $15. I haven't exactly decided on these little pages yet. I'm thinking maybe $3 for the pair. You know, I might put the two in a little bag or something, maybe $5, $3 to $5, somewhere around in there. I haven't decided exactly how I want to do it yet. If I want to just do them as singles or as a set of two, or set up, you know, like a bundle. I haven't exactly decided. So, if any of y'all want to weigh in on how you think that pricing should go, I'm all ears. Hello, Michelle. It is nice to see you. Just looking through the comments real quick. All right. Well, we will go ahead and get started. I've got the Be Mine mini coloring page is the one I've got loaded next. And for each coloring page, let me get my stuff here. For each coloring page, you will need a piece of white material. Actually, there's two different ways you can do this, and I'm going to show you both ways. But for this one, I'm going to be using white vinyl, and you can use felt or vinyl, and then a layer of clear vinyl on top of that. So it'll go just like that in the hoop. And then you'll stitch right on top of both layers. And then you're going to want a piece of felt or vinyl for the backing. Just some non-fraying material. But I always back mine with vinyl. And I try to match my bobbin as well. Because you want the back to be cute too. I don't always match my bobbin. I have started doing that though. But so that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to use the Be Mine and then put these little cute bees on the back for my backing. So I'm going to turn you around here to the machine. I hope y'all can see that okay. Let's see if I think I can manage that. Y'all can see okay? Hi, Pam. Alright, so our first step, I've got my file loaded with my 5x7 hoop. I am doing the multi-file. Each one of the minis comes in a single hooping, and these will fit in the 4x4. So it comes in a single, or you can do the multi-hooping that is one of each in the hoop. So there will be three files to pick from. There'll be the one single one of this one, the one single one of the other, and then a multi-hooping that has both of them in one hoop. So I am doing the multi-hooping of the Be Mine. And the first thing I'm going to do, I've got black thread loaded, and I've got a black bobbin as well. Just so I don't have to change the bobbin when I go to put the back on. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch my placement lines for my base material, which is the white vinyl and clear vinyl. So what we're going to do, you can see the placement lines are stitched there, and it's two little rectangles. I'm going to go ahead and slide my white under there, and then my clear vinyl. And you can see I've got a little wrinkle in here, and I'm going to go ahead and see that wrinkle. I know it's really hard to see on there. You see that? And that's from it being so cold out here and the way I store this. So what I'm going to do is hit it with the hot iron real quick. Give me just 1 second. Alright, so we've got it straightened out now. So I went ahead and I've got my white down, and I've put my clear vinyl right over the top of that. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch the tack down, and that'll secure both of those pieces in place. My thread got hung back here. Restart. So it does stitch the tack down for both boxes at the same time. It will, you know, both coloring pages are sorted, so it will do them together. So we've got it tacked down now, just like that, and you can see where it shifted just a little bit when my thread got hung, and that's alright. It's not awful. And now I'm going to go ahead and stitch the details of the coloring page. And that'll stitch right through, you know, both layers again. We'll have a bee on one, and then it'll say "Be Mine" on the other. Uh-oh. My thread is being a pain in the booty. Let's back up just a smidge. Hey, Tammy. No sound, Sally. Yeah, you might have to close and restart the video. Refresh your page. Now it's going to jump over and stitch the "Be Mine" wording. So have y'all been doing okay? Did you have a good January? My January seemed to take, I don't know, 6 months or so. That's what it felt like anyway. This has been the longest month ever. No, there are several of these little Valentine coloring pages, the minis, listed right now. Let's see, there's a llama set, a sloth, the cupcake, the bee, a frog. I can't even remember all of them right off the top of my head, but there are a few. And then we've got lots of other Valentine's designs as well. So if you just search for Valentine's on the website, you will see a lot of those. Yes, I guess whenever you are coloring the page, it can wipe off on your hands or clothing or whatever, but dry erase markers are very washable. So even when, you know, they wipe off, it'll come off really easy. See, it just wipes clean. And I'm using dry erase markers. You can use washable, regular Crayola washables, but personally I don't like the way that they bead up, like that liquid on them kind of beads up. And I mean, they still wipe clean as well. But I just don't like the way that the liquid beads up on them. And I think, yes, Crayola, there are dry erase Crayolas. If that's what you're asking. And I think Tammy has tried the washable crayons as well. And I think she's done them. I know she's used them on fabric, but I think she's also tried them on vinyl. And I'm not sure if she's still watching or not. Maybe she could answer to see how that turned out. Yes, this is the dry erase marker. And this one is the one I just did before this video. So it's the same way. It's with white vinyl and then the layer of clear vinyl on top. And then you can just color it just like that. And it turns out, you know, real smooth. It doesn't bead up like the washable markers do. The dry erase, you know, sits on there and it colors in nicely. Just like that. And then you can just, I've been using my finger, but I'll get a piece of cloth. And you can just use a piece of cloth or tissue or, you know, whatever you want to wipe it clean. And I always use black thread. You could use colored thread, I guess, if you wanted to. But I always use black thread to do my outlines. That way, whenever the child is coloring them, if the marker gets on the thread, you know, black's not going to stain to whatever color marker they used. You know, say you use a blue thread to make it cute, and then they want to color it red, and then that red marker is going to stain the blue thread. So that's why I always just use black. And then I've been using a black bobbin on the back. But that's how the dry erase works. These are, what we're stitching today is the mini coloring pages. It's listed in the link on this video. It sends you to the collection for embroideryplayground.me, where all of our coloring items are listed. These are the mini coloring pages, and I'm using white vinyl with a layer of clear vinyl on top. You can also use white felt with a layer of clear vinyl on top. And then right now I'm putting on the backing. I've already got my details stitched. And I'm going to go ahead and put my backing on. So I'm going to take my hoop off the machine. And put my vinyl. I'm using a vinyl backing. So I'm going to put my vinyl on the back of the hoop, just like that. And I am going to go ahead and tape it down. And I'm using washi tape today. It's just needed just a little bit just to hold it in place so it doesn't move till we get those stitches started. So I'm going to put that back on the machine and then go ahead and stitch that last step to tack the backing on. So do y'all have any questions? Any other questions? And I did say at the beginning of the video that I was going to do this in 2 different ways. So this one I was doing with the vinyl and the dry erase markers. And the next set I'm about to do will be using chalkboard vinyl. And then I've just got regular chalk. I don't have any colored chalk right now. All I've got is white. But, you know, you can use your imagination on if you actually had colored chalk on how it would turn out. I need to get a box of colored chalk. Oh, I must be missing some of the comments. Pam, I'm only seeing yours and a couple others, not many. Anyway, no, right now I do not have any minis packaged up because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to package them. After I finish this video, I'm going to look through all my little bags and stuff and see if I've got any little organza bags, or organza, I'm not sure how to say that word, that they will fit in, and I might send them in that. I know Tammy had posted some of her little coloring felties. She had put those little things into organza bags, with a couple markers, and that's how she was going to display to sell those little felties. So I'm thinking something along those lines, but I'm not sure exactly yet how I'm going to do it. But I will post in the group when I have it figured out. And there we go. There is our little, the back and the front of our little bee mini coloring pages. So now I just need to trim up those few little jumps and trim the excess off. I'm going to go ahead and get the next one going. And since I'm going to be using the chalk vinyl, the chalkboard vinyl, I am going to switch my thread this time. to white. So I've got my white bobbin. And my white thread. And I'm going to do a different one. I think I'm going to do the love notes this time. So I've got my file loaded, and for the chalkboard one, it's a little different. You don't have to put a layer of clear vinyl on top. So I've just got this chalkboard vinyl. It has a woven backing to it, and it's pretty thin. But I back with a piece of vinyl as well, so they come out just fine for me. It is more economical to use felt. I just have a huge stack of plain white vinyl that I got from a scrap pack, so I've been using that. But it is more economical, cost-wise, just to use felt. Since that layer of vinyl is over the top of it anyway, then it holds up just fine. So anyway, I'm going to be using this chalkboard vinyl. They do have it in Joann's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, let's see, Joann's, yeah. I know I found it in all three of those places. I think this very particular one came from Walmart, but I've also seen it in Joann's and Hobby Lobby, so y'all should be able to find it with no trouble. So you don't need a layer of clear on the top of these. You just put just the chalkboard vinyl down and go, well, I guess we could stitch that placement. I always skip my placement step, but if you feel safer with it to make sure that you're putting it in the right place, you go right ahead. Whoa, my thread is going all kinds of funky. What in the world did we just have happen here? Clearly, I did not get my bobbin in good or something. Check and see what happened here. Let's see, got my bobbin right. This was a new bobbin, so it might have had some a couple loose rounds around it. I'll try this again. Now, there we go. That looks better. Yes, Sharon, the chalkboard vinyl is by the yard. And I think at Joann's it was in the utility fabrics. Alright, so we've got our placement stitch down, and now I'm going to go ahead and put my chalkboard vinyl down with nothing on top of it, just the plain chalkboard vinyl. And I'm going to stitch that tack down to secure it in place. I have not seen this at Michael's. They might have it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't really looked there. But Michael's doesn't have much fabric, or any for that matter, I don't think. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and stitch my details. I'm also going to stitch those in white. Diane, I'm just now seeing your message. Yes, I believe my machine is on, it's on its default speed. I haven't changed the speed at all since I bought it, so whatever that default is where it's at. Yes, you can make a little eraser to go with them. The coloring books actually come with an eraser file as well, but for the mini coloring pages, I just chose not to include an eraser file with those, so we could keep the cost down with only the 3 designs that are already included in that. Because the coloring books get, you know, they include what, 10, they include 11 total designs in the coloring books, and one of those is also a eraser. And that's it for the love notes. With this one, it just says love notes across the top and leaves a little blank spot there, so you can write in your own little notes. And I'm gonna back this one with this red plaid vinyl. I couldn't think of the word. My mind went blank. So I tend to just slide my vinyl right under the hoop. I better not. I don't want to get y'all into a bad habit, because I already have bad enough habits as it is. So just put my vinyl right over the top there, and a couple little pieces of tape to hold it in place so it doesn't shift. Just like that. And now we'll go ahead and stitch our final step, which is the last tack down to hold that backing on. This is the multi-hooping, so it's in the 5x7 hoop. The singles of these mini coloring pages do fit in a 4x4. And my stinking thread again. Y'all, these big spools, I have always had good luck with them. I've not had any problems out of them until recently. And it's like when it starts rolling off the spool, a couple of the rounds drops down to the bottom. And so when it drops down, it goes off the bottom of the spool and gets wrapped around the bottom of it. And it can be quite the pain. Back up just a smidge and restart here. Sharon, I will. I sure will. Because I'm about to stitch out several of them today, so I will bring some tomorrow. And yes, I'm coming. Unless something comes up, but as of right now, I do have plans to go to Society tomorrow. Thread again. This one got hung up in there good that time. Oh, this thread, I'm telling you what. Come on now. I don't want to just break it off, because then I'll end up with a clump in there. Well, I guess I'll be cleaning my machine out when we get done with this one today. We'll see if it causes any trouble. I'm not sure what samples of the blanket sayings that I have laying around. I don't think I have many of them. Because a lot were made as gifts. So they've all been given away now. I might have one. I guess I could bring the one I've got in the house that I keep. I have one for myself. I could bring that one, I guess. There we go. So, even after our thread breaks, it still turned out pretty clean. And then there's the back. You can see right there is where my thread broke. So it's got one little knot there, but I'll be able to trim that up, and you won't even be able to tell. But I think overall it turned out pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to turn y'all around over here to my desk. Come back over here to the desk. So we can cut these, trim them away. And the bee had a few jump stitches on it, so I'm just going to clean those up and get them out of the way. My machine is the Brother PE 800. I also have the 780D. They're very similar machines, but neither one of them cut jumps, so I always have lots of jumps. To trim up. And then get my little tails off the back here. Tear off my stabilizer. I did just use tearaway stabilizer. I don't think I mentioned that before, but I do use tearaway stabilizer. Since it all gets trimmed up all the way anyway, you could use cutaway if you prefer. It might add a little bit of stability to it, but overall I think these are just fine, even with the tearaway. Okay, pipe cleaner, dental floss, gotcha. I will do that whenever I get done with this. Before I stitch anything else, I'm going to have to clean up my machine. Make sure I don't have any threads in there. I just really wanted to get this page done. But y'all know it wouldn't be a video of mine if we didn't have something go wrong. So it's all good. I've got my little tails on the back. And there we have it. So I take my rotary cutter, my rotary cutter and my ruler. And I always trim to 1/8 of an inch. So what I do is line up this 1/8 of an inch mark on my ruler with that stitch line on the top and the bottom there, and then I'll just use my rotary cutter and trim all. Oh, could y'all not even see that? So I line up the stitch line with the 1/8 of an inch mark here, and then I do it again on the lower side. That way it makes it make sure it's straight all the way down, and then I'll just take my rotary cutter and trim it all the way down. Just like that. So I've got a nice 1/8 of an inch edge all the way around there. And I do that all the way around. I have seen Some of y'all are using, what's it called? The decorated scissors. The little decorative cutting edge. What are those called? They're wavy bladed or something. Oh my gosh, y'all. Help me out here. What's the word? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the flipping word. Anyway, they make like a zigzag border around them. So if y'all just want to use scissors instead of, yes, I am adding, yes, pinking shears. Exactly. Pinking shears. I do keep the wider strips. These longer ones, I am keeping those. Those little bitty thin ones, I'm throwing away. But these ones that are at least a ½ inch or wider, I do keep those. I'm throwing them over here on this other table. That's where I toss all my scraps over there, and then I'll go through and sort them back out and put them away. And yes, I'm not sure, what did you say to use them for? Because I use them for tabs on the bags. Add some to snaps. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea too, for like cord keepers. Yeah, that's a good idea. I use them a lot of the time for, you know, the little, where you put the little hardware for my little tabs that goes on my bags, my zipper bags. I use them for that a lot of times too. See, like, this little bitty thin one, I probably won't keep it. But this bigger wide one, I will. Even though it's chalkboard, it just looks like black vinyl. So, I'll find a use for it. I do save a bunch of scraps. Probably to a fault. Because I've got a bunch that I haven't used. I've got so many scraps. And yes, the word I was looking for was pinking shears. So they're going around and trimming their edges with pinking shears. And it's so cute. It gives it a nice little zigzag border around it. But I'm just doing the straight edge. And that's the fun about these, y'all. I encourage y'all to get creative. I mean, do your own thing. Just because this is how I do it does not mean that you have to do it exactly like I do. If you have some other way, if you have seen somebody else do something and you want to try it, by all means, you go right ahead. You do whatever you think might look good. And if it don't turn out, guess what? You can try something different. Okay, so this is what we're working with now, y'all. I've got 3 sets done so far. Get me a little piece of chalk out of here. And there are a few little tiny jump stitches along the bottom of that word, but I am just going to slide my little seam ripper in there and snag them. And then I'm going to take my lighter and just heat them away. Because they are so short, they will just go right away. And see how clean, like it trimmed them all off. So they're gone. And I actually do that with the others too. But you have to be a little bit more careful when you're doing the vinyl ones with heat. And just barely hold it away from it. And it'll just singe just the threads. And that way it seals up any of those jump tails that you couldn't get close enough with the scissors. So just like that. And there are no jumps on the little envelope at all. So this is my little love notes. I keep... Here we go. Sorry, having little technical difficulties. Okay. Here we go. Okay, yeah. So here's the love notes that we did in chalk. Like this. Let's move those comments because I cannot see. They're the love notes done in chalk. And you can just write on them with a piece of chalk. They do sell colored chalk too. So you can just write your own little love note. And just erase it. And write something else. This chalk is very new, so it's not wanting to write very good. And they actually have chalk markers too, so I mean that's another thought. But so that's, you know, of course it's chalkboard, so that's how it wipes off. You know, it does leave a little bit of residue on the chalkboard. And then we've got the little envelope that comes with that one. And then here's how the Be Mine turned out. Ah, I'm losing everything. So there we've got Be Mine. And it's the little bumblebee and Be Mine. And then I backed those with bumblebees. I think those turned out super cute. I was worried about the top not having any bees on it, but I think that because this was like something else out of a scrap pack, that it, you know, was the end cut, so it only went up to there with the bees. It didn't go all the way up, but I think it turned out pretty cute either way. So I like those. And then we've got the cupcake. How's this go? Like that. And Your Sweet. And then I'd back those with pink glitter vinyl. And the majority of my vinyl comes from Glitter Bug Fairy. I do get some in scrap packs from other places, but the majority of it, and I can't always remember where everything comes from, but the majority comes from Glitter Bug Fairy. I have got some from the Crazy Craft Lady. I've got a few things from My Punk Embroidery. I've got some from Hudson Textiles. Memories on Magnets. I've used lots of different vinyl suppliers, just trying them all out. They all come back pretty much very similar quality, in my opinion. But I end up just going by customer service values, and I end up always just going back to Glitter Bug Fairy for that reason. So that's where the majority of my vinyl comes from, just because she's super nice, very friendly, and I like that. So, but all of these and more are available at embroideryplayground.me. And I do have that link in the description of this video, so, or in the caption of this video, so you will see the whole collection of our coloring designs there. The coloring books, the coloring pages, the add-on pages, the minis, the little felties, the little coloring felties that come with the storage bag. There's lots of different ones. A lot of variety there. Let's see if I can go look real quick and see, because I cannot remember all the ones right off the top of my head. I have to look too, y'all. Let's see. We've got the Magic Color Me Felty set. That's unicorns and a little bag with them. And then the Unicorn Magical Coloring Book. And each of our coloring books is a 5x7 and 4x4. And it comes with the title page. And the 5x7 title page has a pocket, has a zipper pocket on it. The 4x4 does not. They also have an eraser with them. So there's, with each book, there's 4 coloring pages, the title page, and an eraser. And then there's Color Me Wild that has little critters, little giraffe and zebra, a lion, and an elephant. That's a book. And then the Wild Color Me Felty set that has the felties and the storage bag. And then we've only got one Connect the Dots book right now, but I am going to be working on some more Connect the Dots add-on pages. So I do like those. Somebody had shared a picture of them that they had done the other day, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to do some more of those. So I think I will be doing some more of those coming up pretty soon. And then we've got one that's just titled Coloring Book that just has a plain title page. It just says My Coloring Book. That way, if you don't want to get all of the others, or you don't want to have a specific themed title page, you can get that one that has that, generic title page that's just My Coloring Pages. What's it say? My Coloring Book or My Coloring Pages? It says My Coloring Book. So then you can use that title page for any other book. Get all those other coloring pages, all those add-on pages if you want to. And then you can piece them together however you want to. There's little farm animals and stuff. And, there's so many different ways that you can build, your own book. And we've got a horse themed coloring book. And then the Christmas one. And then we've got some add-on pages. Submarine. I'm just going down the page here. Y'all could probably follow along with me because I'm just going straight down the page. And then some minis. See, and the minis are like these. There's the You're Sweet, Be Mine, I Like You a Sloth, and it has a sloth and I Like You a Sloth on the other one. And then Totally Awesome. It has a frog prince. And then it says Totally Awesome on the other coloring page. And then we've got the sports themed coloring book. And then on the farm coloring book. And then Llama Kisses mini pages. And then the pig coloring page. The chicken, the cow, ladybug, cupcake. All those are individual pages. And a bee. There's just so many, y'all. I mean, I could sit here and just keep going on, but I realized that there's quite a few. So, maybe I should just stop reading off the website and just let y'all go look. So, jump on over there, embroideryplayground.me. Pick yourself up some of these little mini coloring pages and get them stitched out and come over to the group and share it because I have been very generous this week, and everybody that's sharing their pictures or anything is like pretty much everybody has been getting bonus stitches in their account. So you never know. I've just been throwing out bonus rewards left and right. So come share your work, and all you gotta do is show me. Don't be shy. I mean, I mess up and I've got so many things that are wrong with lots of things, and I mean, you just roll with it. Everybody has issues, and that's okay. We all learn from each other's mistakes. So don't be shy. Share what you've done, whether it's good or bad or whatever, and what you learned from it. And we just like to see, and I like to see the interaction in the group. It's just fun for me. So anyway, I've had fun doing this video. I hope you all have a great day, and I'm going to go try to see what I can scrounge up to package these little guys up with so I can carry them to the store and place them out for sale. So we'll see what sells for Valentine's Day. But I hope y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all on the playground. Have a good day. Bye.